Welcome to Court Captains, a volleyball podcast.
Where we talk all things Major League Volleyball. I'm Kelly.
I'm Nikki,
I'm Ian.
and today we're talking Week 5 volleyball, San Diego getting their mojo back.
Nice. It's a clean sentence.
Yeah. But
Thanks.
first, a message from our sponsor. This episode of Court Captains is brought to you by Volley, the best app for MLV fans. More in-depth statistical data than you'll find anywhere else for players, teams, and leagues. A busy week 6 is coming up. If you can't remember who's playing, head to Volley for the MLV schedule and streaming partner, as well as live stats and play-by-play tracking. Download the Volley app at playvolley.com/courtcaptains. That's playvolley.com/courtcaptains.
Nice.
Oh, I almost didn't make it through that one.
Sorry if that was too wordy. My bad.
I just should have red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, general news to hit from the top. I don't know if y'all read the New York Times.
Never heard of it.
Totally.
I play their
Same.
games.
Absolutely. Well, they posted an article. I can't believe I said posted. What is the social media? They wrote an article and they did post it. And here's the thing
published,
that I'll
perhaps?
published. Thanks so much.
Is it
I don't know about
paywalled?
keywords. Yeah. You have to have a
I think someone
New York
posted
Times
it on the
subscription.
subreddit.
yeah. Well, and the other thing is, I thought that the New York Times only talked about sports via The Athletic now, but I'm not seeing anything on here that says The Athletic, which I think makes sense because I respect The Athletic, and
Damn.
I don't know about this one. Okay. Honestly,
Is it
here's the thing.
isn't it an opinion piece?
No, where would that? I don't see that word
Just say at
anywhere.
the top, opinion.
It's
Or
probably
editorial?
it's probably like a business article, frankly.
Oh.
Like
Sure.
so the headline is two volleyball leagues want to be the next WNBA. Only one can win. The race to create the next major women's sport. And to be honest, when I look at that, I think, who did Love pay to write
Yeah.
this shit? However, there is kind of an MLV slant to this, so I'm not going to make that official accusation.
Okay.
The article talks a lot about the first time a major U.S. network would carry a professional game, airing on CBS, the All-Star game last year. They're talking about a lot of firsts. We know that everybody loves to talk about the firsts. A kind of funny thing, too, though, about this article, like, I guess we would say, oh, maybe there's an MLV slant, but at the same time, they, like, throw that non-bias back in there because they're kind of making fun of PVF at one point, saying that for the All-Star
MLB.
game last year, they're talking about it when it was PVF at this
Oh,
time.
okay.
So there's PVF all over this
Sure.
article. That's not my fault.
Yeah. Makes sense.
This paragraph says landing a random sports celebrity seemed to be PVF's strategy to hook potential fans. The league had made an offer to the former NFL player Rob Gronkowski to host the match. He had a big following and stage presence, but it was like asking Simone Biles to host a men's lacrosse tournament. Some writers like, look at my simile.
But didn't they got Sean Johnson?
They got Sean Johnson in the end, and also Jalen Rose, a former NBA player.
Yeah.
This paragraph says Gronk didn't work out, but the league ended up hiring different celebrity hosts with no obvious connection to volleyball.
Yeah.
Here's the
That
thing,
is funny.
guys. I agree. That was weird.
Yeah, but also, there's no,
there's no-
volleyball-centric
Right.
who are you gonna
celebrity.
get, guys?
Misty May?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree that it was weird, but it is funny that that's like the first couple paragraphs of this
Yeah.
article
Yeah.
being like, hey, what are these guys doing?
Yeah.
Probably all because they got an on-the-record source of like a strategist who said that he was paid as a consultant for them.
Right.
Well, and God only knows, like we've talked about, there's only so many times you can wheel carry while shedding that to host
Right.
some shit, or to be
For
like
sure.
the volleyball celebrity, the face of your thing.
Especially
Yeah.
when at this point in the season, the All Star game last year, she was over with the new MLV folks
Yeah.
Yeah.
and her
The famous
MLV
Sharpie.
Sharpie volleyball. So you couldn't get her out.
Yeah. I mean, who are other like notable? I mean, you could get,
Misty May, like that's
Yeah.
yeah, who's she plays like adult leagues now, by the way.
Nice.
really
Yeah.
good for her.
She's like playing Masters tournaments.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, then you keep scrolling. I'm just scrolling through this article,
Yeah.
giving you the things that stood out to me. And in right here, what stands out to me is there's me. It says the Omaha Supernovas playing the Indy Ignite in the semifinals in Henderson, Nevada last year. Pretty good photo. I zoomed in. I will show it to you. Me, blurry. Okay? But it's me. All right. Then they bring in League One Volleyball or LOVB. Don't
I
pronounce
totally
it.
forgot they were League One, honestly.
We just have been
Forgot that's what
referring
it
to it
stood
as
for.
love
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
right.
many times.
Because it's hard. Here they say everyone involved in volleyball acknowledges that America cannot sustain multiple leagues.
Yeah.
Who are we?
I
It's
don't, it seems
like
stupid. Like
I think
who says this?
I think
Everyone involved.
I think like the everyday sports consumer
Yeah.
who maybe knows a little, like enjoys watching the NCAA tournament when it rolls around for volleyball, but is not really like it's confusing,
Of course it
Yeah.
is.
Well, and
incredibly
that's where like
confusing.
I would assume it's some of it is like expectations of where they want to end up, right? But like I don't know if you want to be as big of a crowd as like Major League Baseball. There are like 17 leagues of minor league baseball that,
Right.
it's just what's around you, whatever. If you want to end up being, yeah, I guess the WNBA like this article claims they want to be, then yeah, that's like a pretty high bar. But I don't know why you like have to achieve that before you maybe start like ginning up some interest in volleyball to begin with as like a
At
televised
the pro
sport.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, this says the business of sports is much like a sport itself. There can only be one winner. It's very dramatized. And the acknowledgement, none of us say like necessarily, yes, there should be two forever.
Right.
But we've talked before about the benefits of two. And ultimately, like, I think that what really gets me about this language is that, like, when you say that, what you're saying is like, it needs to be gangbusters in order to be successful. It needs to be sold out crowds in huge arenas. And all of that implication is like so that the owners can make good on their investments. And it's like, if anybody wants to keep paying for this because they care about volleyball or because they want their investment to ultimately at some point be in the black, as and make a little something, we put the goalposts of capitalism like before everything else,
Yeah.
and owners can just give their money if they want to for however long they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the end of the day, like nothing's going to change that. Like we can talk about it all we want of like what we would love in an ideal world, but yeah, at the end of the day, capitalism will
Well,
prevail.
and I don't know, they treat it like it's not, I mean, it's not zero sum in that way. Like I don't know why sports is the only avenue where that's the case. Like there's
Yeah.
not one TV channel.
Right.
They're in competition with each other. Like I don't get over it. It's just kind of the way it is. And they act like there's just 200 volleyball fans in the world, and if you don't get all of them, you will fail. And you
Yeah.
have to like kill everyone to get the limited number of volleyball. Like I just don't think that's where they're at. So I don't know. That seems. I mean, if that's where the owners think they need to be at, then yeah, that will be
Then yeah,
the
we're doomed.
case.
We'll
Yeah,
have
like if
one.
they're going to, depending on how much, they spend or how much they need in return immediately to think that it is a successful endeavor, then yeah, that could be the case. But I don't know if you're willing to build slowly and small. I think that would be
Totally.
ideal.
Yep. And here they say boosters hope volleyball can be the next WNBA, though both leagues are quick to say they don't expect this to happen right away. I don't know if Love is saying that, but okay. A pretty strong quote here is, "We intend to be the last one standing," said Scott Gorseline, the co-chair of PVF Sports.
It's baby shit. We're like, this is not Highlander, dude. Fucking relax.
Yeah. So now we've got a section about the volleyball culture war. LOVB, pronounced love with a silent B, has
That's not
attracted
a
a number
thing.
of celebrity
We can go there
investors.
again. There's no such fucking thing as a silent B. Okay, that's not. No.
Uh-huh. And now it says Love's business strategy is inspired by the European soccer model, where professional teams commonly have a youth sports arm. Love operates more than 75 youth clubs. Instead of a draft, teams are managed by a central office, and league executives build the teams with the goal of distributing talent in a fair and equitable way. So interesting that they make sure to put fair and equitable in there, while not indicating whatsoever the inequitable practices that are happening with youth volleyball clubs and buying them because they have a lot of money to do so. But there's no mention of that throughout this. They talk about the branding. They talk about how much money they raised. PVF, quote, PVF declined to share its fundraising numbers. They also, shout out to Volley Talk. You guys were cited as a source.
Hilarious.
Nice.
On Volley Talk, however, the online chat forum for volleyball fans. Now listen, I don't think we need to send more people over there. Get them out. We got to get people off that boat. What are we doing? Don't send more people there. No thanks. So I don't even. There's discussions about pros of each. It's tempting. I don't know who's tempting them. It's tempting, they say, to label Love with its centralized model, European influences, and muted pink branding as left-coded.
What?
And PVF, an old-fashioned American sports league, as right-coded. Especially when you learn that for its first couple of years, PVF was propped up by DeVos, a longtime Republican backer.
I want to kill.
So I guess all of Europe is left.
It's like, okay, gun to our head, we have to label these inanimate objects
because we were tempted. We were tempted to label them.
Like, like everyone is either a dog or a cat. We gotta label them.
Well,
dog
like
or cat person? Which one are you?
Neither of these for-profit businesses, or their models are like have any political content that is left leaning.
I can almost guarantee
no
that all of the venture capitalists that have funded Love are to the right.
To my right.
It's like, but we
they
gotta
are
have
all over there.
But we see there can only be one in the Cold War of volleyball.
Wow.
Yeah. There can only be one.
Henry Kissinger to solve
and you know
this
what?
for us.
We gotta label them. We gotta label, and based on their muted colors
and pink branding. You know what I always say.
We
if
got
it's pink. It's to the left.
It's to the left.
That girly feminine shit.
It's undeniable.
Yeah, women famously all Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, white women, you gotta.
Yeah, we gotta, guys, we gotta get together.
Just a quick little call.
Just a quick little.
Hey, white women. Hey. Cut it out.
Come on.
Anyway,
I
hope we get another.
Well just talk about like which league is Team Jacob and which league is
Team Edward.
And now, what do we think?
Yeah, I don't know.
What if every week
pink
for the rest of the
gives
season we label whether they're dog people, cat people, Team Edward, Team Jacob? What are some other good ones?
We have to. There's only binaries.
Only binaries.
Oh my
gosh. All
things. We'll come up with some more as we go.
That is so. What a interesting. Why did this get published?
I don't understand. It's two authors. Should we put them on blast? They'll probably not find us.
I mean,
I
they wrote
say,
it.
and we always get
I
Jessica
mean,
Weisberg and Daniel Guillemette.
if I'm being honest, if they were being thorough, they should have interviewed us.
We didn't even cross their desk. Okay, I have one more thing to complain about because truly, I guess I've just indicated that I am policing the media when it comes to
Of
anything about
course.
volleyball. I have to talk shit. Obviously,
Because we
obligatory.
have the only right opinions.
We are the only ones who
Yeah,
can be accurate
And
and
listener, if you're
correct.
listening to this right now, it means you're correct.
You also are right.
indeed.
I kid, I kid,
Obligatory Caitlin Clark reference.
I kid. Oh yeah.
Because why not?
Well, okay. I actually have a the quote is after Caitlin Clark transformed the WNBA with her fame. I felt like the WNBA was on the rise before Caitlin Clark entered the league. That's correct?
Kelly is, for the first time, stepping into an internet argument that has been happening for two
I
and a
just
half
like
years. Kelly's like, hey,
wait.
it just occurred to me.
Well,
Caitlin Clark, like,
it's
she might
never
not be it, huh?
well, it's never like I've never been presented with where I have to argue this, but
Totally.
I mean she's great.
Yes.
Like
But we would
yeah,
have to be like the volleyball's in like the friggin' at most like the Cheryl Swoops's era of the WNBA famous people. Or
Hmm.
like Cheryl Miller. We're not at Caitlin Clark. That's like 30 years from now. If somebody was like an
right,
epic
right.
volleyball badass that came into the league and became
Yeah.
like that, what are they
Yeah.
talking about?
But
Yeah.
like okay, but I'm correct in saying that like the WNBA was like gaining popularity before Caitlin Clark joined the league, right?
W has
Yeah,
been
and I
a little
mean
up and
she,
down, but yes, of course. It was
yeah,
it was
they
like
leaned very into.
And
I mean, she was big, but they have
there's
leaned
probably
very big
there's probably
into her.
someone else that we could actually attribute this to. That's not Caitlin Clark, right?
Well, I mean, as
No?
like she is definitely the most like she was the most famous, but like I don't know, we always love talking about other sports. I won't talk about football this time, but like I am a
It's not
Pittsburgh
a sport.
Penguins fan
Oh,
and Sidney
that's hockey.
Crosby and the
that's not ice.
ice.
Kelly, that's hockey.
I know
Yeah,
that's not a
this is
court.
ice. This is a rink. We're talking about rink captains here. But
Okay, got
like
it.
Yeah.
so much of what makes those
Welcome to
people huge is
Ring
like the
Captains.
leagues
I'm Kelly.
investing in their like the
The big
league
face.
investing in
It's
their talent like
marketing.
that. Yeah,
Right.
like they're
Right.
Yeah.
marketing her
Right.
Yep.
because she is popular, but it takes a shitload of money to make someone that.
Yeah.
They
She
have
had a moment and they
commercials, she gets
capitalized.
deals.
Yes, they had a
Yeah.
she had a moment in college and they capitalized on that to really keep it going. But I would argue that without the infrastructure in place where of a league that with strong
Without people,
marketing,
yeah, without the sport having fans that watch it.
without the sport already having fans that watched it and in other teams, not the team that she went to, right? That team that she went to ended up really growing a lot
Mm-hmm.
in fanship and there were a lot of opportunities that came from her, but you had to have the right things set up in order to capitalize on a moment like
Yeah.
that. And so I would much rather any of these journalists talk about setting up an infrastructure and fans in local places so that if there does become a big time player who everybody's talking about in college, Harper Murray, and you can convince her to come to this league, then maybe that's an opportunity, right? Like, I think that's a much more interesting conversation and take than
Yeah.
than it hasn't happened yet, but there are only 6 players on each side.
Like
So
she has
TV
a
viewers
freaking,
can
she has
recognize
a
that.
Nike shoe deal.
Right.
Like she's
Right.
making
That means
hundreds of millions of dollars. Like you are
and
not
only
going to get the
70 grand from the
glamour
W.
for yeah,
Yeah.
you're not going to get the glamour of a college volleyball player coming out to make $63,000 and
Right.
have a deal with like a local Kansas City jewelry store. Like that's an insane expectation to have for the
Totally.
sport. I don't understand that.
And let me just take you to my final qualm with this article that does have to do with a jewelry sponsorship.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Where the fuck did it go? Hang on. Shorts. No, of course it's right here.
Short
Short
shorts.
shorts.
Oh, I did a control V for short shorts. And a well-known but possibly uncomfortable fact about volleyball players is that they tend to have the kind of look that sells.
I mean,
The
I wouldn't know.
official
You guys talk
indoor
about that sort of stuff, but not me.
God.
The official indoor volleyball uniform includes short shorts, and the unofficial uniform, embraced by many, includes jewelry and makeup. Mr. Gore's line was noncommittal in an interview about whether players' looks were good for business. But Brooke Nonneveller, a top
It's a
player for
sport.
Omaha, who has a sponsorship with the jewelry company Gorgiana. Now, I do not think that they're local to Kansas City, but alas. She was blunt about the feedback that she was getting from some higher ups. They say we're marketable because of the way we look, because of what we wear on the court.
Oh my gosh.
Also, like they're allowed to wear leggings now,
Of
dude.
course.
Get your
Those
shit
are
together.
long, tight pants. Can we not get a little bit of a shout out for the long, tight pants?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if that's what's bringing people to the sport, then gymnastics would be way bigger, or like so many other sports would also be like,
And also, like, they have jewelry in the NFL, bro. Like, they're wearing chains all with
yeah.
and it's just weird. They're like,
Also,
man,
don't be
I wasn't
gross.
gonna watch the sport, but those earrings are pretty great, and I kind of want to watch now.
Here's the thing about this. I don't see a lot of articles about the
There's fireworks
NBA
going off.
remarking on their hot players who have huge biceps.
I think they should.
Now, when
I
I'm
think they
watching,
should.
do I think that? Yeah, of course. But no
Yeah,
one
ask
in
my
the
mom.
mainstream, exactly. No one in the mainstream sports media is like, and hey, you know why the NBA is so successful? It's uncomfortable.
Tall guys.
It's uncomfortable, but it's well known. They're tall, they're hot, they have really strong muscles.
Dating Kardashians.
You just think that in the privacy of your own home. You
Yeah.
devalue everything that you have to say when that's what you say about women's sports. I've had
That is-
enough.
That
Well,
is
and
so-
also, like,
God.
I don't know. I guess, like, whatever. As people that talk, as somebody else, I'll speak for myself. As somebody that talks out of my butt weekly about volleyball, I don't hate the game. Like, that's, do what you got to do. But, like, if that were the case, wouldn't it be more successful already? Like, what the? Like, this is a fledgling operation here. Like, they don't have freaking a pro cheerleading circuit that's the most popular sport in the world. Like, it's just, sure,
Yeah.
there are some people that are going to be like, oh my God, a butt. That's incredible.
Yeah,
My
and
mom watches baseball and always will comment on the tight pants and the huge asses.
But she
I
won't
get
write
it.
an article about it.
She won't
I mean,
write an
maybe
article
give her a
about
couple
how
years. If you
That is
asked her,
so crazy. And
I
and to
can't-
reach out to Brooke to get a quote on it is also so crazy.
I agree.
And like, of course, what is she gonna say?
Right. Frankly, I'm disappointed. Okay. The Athletic would never do something like this. Ooh, Kelly's got ice cream
I got ice cream.
delivered. All right, I can stop complaining about the New York Times now. Transactions updates. Now, you remember the Mac Pedraza boomerang? It swung back around. This time, Orlando had like an official post about it. Welcome, Mac Pedraza. So it seems like it's for real this time.
Nice.
Just to remind you, signed on January 30th, waived on February 3rd, signed on February 10th.
imagine how fucked her taxes are going to be. Like how much different paperwork you need to get.
So many of
So
those.
yeah.
Totally. Yeah, that'll be shitty. So we got the following tale. That makes it sound like it's a tall tale. It's a story of what happened here. Okay? In Columbus, I don't know when, Pugus was down real bad with the flu, and we didn't want to roll with one setter. Very understandable. That's scary. This is from Amy Polly. I've known Mac for a while, so it was an easy call to ask her to drive over and spend Sunday with us. We offered Mac to come back with us to Orlando, but she had some prior commitments and didn't necessarily want to be number 3 in the setting position. Unfortunately, Chomp, that's what they're calling her, by the way, Chomp.
Chomp.
Nice.
Chomp now has a minor finger injury. So I called
Oh,
back up again and said, want to come down for a few weeks? And she said, I'll be there tomorrow. Works out for everyone.
There you go.
So, all very understandable. And that's where we're at there. I also am going to give you the injury and illness rundown real quick.
blues going around.
It's that time, February. I did have on here Orlando. Notice that Champu had fingers taped, so that's been confirmed.
That cannot be pleasant.
Another hitter who was not playing and was spotted with a wrist tape. That's Maya Tabron on San Diego. Grand Rapids. Carly Snyder was back at Dallas this week. If you remember last week, she was not dressed against Omaha. I don't know what she had at that point, but she was back for Dallas. However, Grand Rapids was missing Paige Briggs-Romine, Elizabeth Inna, Lauren Jardine Clark from what Grand Rapids PR said was a combination of illness and injury.
Yikes.
So that one was not great. That's like a lot of pin hitters that you need. Columbus, we are hearing that Heredia Colon is out 4 to 6 weeks on injury. Speculation that it's her hip. She's been rapping that a lot since she got to Columbus and a little bit, I think, in college beforehand. So not sure what that's about, but we probably won't see her for a bit. And then Omaha, during their most recent match, Sarah Wilhite was playing on the right side, but she came out with what appeared to be a wrist injury. So we'll keep an eye out to see if she is back in the mix next week. I have different players doing things on the headlines that I want to say before we do the scorner. So I want to hear if that like came across in stats when you do your big headlines, Ian.
What, wait,
So,
real quick, what was the Abercrombie stuff? Was she on the Orlando shoot?
no.
She didn't
Oh,
play either game.
she didn't play. We didn't hear anything about her. They didn't
Ominous.
say anything. Honestly, I feel like I need that she could have been ill as well. I feel like I need to get on all of these teams' official press releases, but boy, it's a lot of emails.
Yeah. You need to put in the court captain's email or something.
Well, I do, but me and Kelly get those notifications every morning, and I know it bugs Kelly. Or it used to. Number one headline for me is, hence got to liberoed. To libero system. Shocking. I understand.
Whoa.
But I'm still shocked that it's been done. Second one. Indy appeared to start like half of their B squad and got beat. That's tough by Mojo. And then the third one is that Mojo got Scully involved for the first time, like in a very consistent way. And
Yeah.
that was notable to me. So those are my 3 notable new player things, different player things. I wish that I could have marketed that better.
Nikki's
written that
notes.
better. There's Nikki's notes. See, it count on Ian to get it immediately. But those were Nikki's notes. And now I'm curious to hear the scorner.
Ugh. All right. We can get into it. The week began Thursday, February 5th. It was Omaha at Dallas. It was on the Roku channel, which again, we all know how to get, and it's easy to find. And Omaha is very much cooking now, and they swept Dallas in Dallas 25-22, 25-18, 25-23. Efficient offensive game on both sides. Omaha finished hitting 391 to Dallas's 313. Pretty much good games all the way down for the Supernovas. Led on the night by Emily Londot's 15 kills at 367. She had an ace as well. Reagan Cooper added 14 kills at 433. And Brooke had 11 kills at 357. Sydney Hilly, 42 assists, along with a couple of kills and 2 of the team's 3 blocks for the match. Dallas didn't play poorly, but just couldn't really keep up with Omaha in the end on some of those sets. The second set was a little bit wider of a lead, but Mimi Collier led them in attempts, but definitely was the focus of Omaha's defense. She finished with 11 kills, hit 139, along with a couple blocks. Sofia Maldonado Diaz had a really great game. Hit 519 with 16 kills, but it was a quick one for Omaha. Friday, February 6th, Grand Rapids Rise at Indy Ignite on YouTube. Indy continued setting the pace at the top of the league with a four-set win at home, 25-18. Then they dropped the second 18-25, and then 25-17, 25-22 to finish the match. A bit more feast or famine for Indy than the Rise on the match, but they outhit them 245 to the Rise's 204. Outblocked 13-7 in the game, but they passed better and showed out from the service line. Johnny Taylor, 16 kills at 419, along with 2 blocks. And Caracras, impressive as well, with 9 kills at 357, along with a block and 3 aces. Blake Moeller had another good game, had 9 kills and a couple blocks as well. And the Rise couldn't find a way to overcome Indy in the end, but they were led by Alexis Shelton's 11 kills, hit 133 while adding a couple blocks and an ace. Lauren Jardine impressed with 9 kills at 240 and had 5 blocks after subbing in the first set. Also on Friday, Atlanta at Orlando on YouTube. Atlanta get a big win in front of the Orlando crowd. They won in five. They won the first set 25-18, dropped the second 19-25, came out of the half and won 25-19, lost the fourth 21-25, and then won the tiebreakers at 15-9. Back and forth all match, but Atlanta needed a big win and got it behind Leah Edmonds. 24 kills at 447 along with a block and a couple aces. She had 12 digs as well. She won the player of the week. So shout out to Kelly, who shouted her out last week on the way to the player of the week honors. Raven Colvin also played pretty well, second on the team in kills with 9, hit 333 along with 3 blocks. And Corey Lewis had 7 kills at 294 with a couple blocks as well. Orlando got to the fifth set before losing, but pretty much struggled all match offensively. They never hit above 200 in a set. Finished at 175 for the match to Atlanta's 255. Hannah Maddox led the way, hitting 290 with 27 kills on the night. But no Brittany Abercrombie for the first of both games this week. And they couldn't quite get it done. Same night, Columbus Fury at the San Diego Mojo on CBS Sports Network. San Diego dropped the first set before turning it around and winning the next 3 to take the match in 4 sets. They lost the first 22-25, then won 25-21, 25-18, 25-17. They began their best week of the season with a comeback win over the Fury, led by Jovana Brakosevic, who had 17 kills, 308, along with 2 blocks and an ace. Maren Grote had another great game. She had 12 kills, 455 with a block and 2 aces. And Shannon Scully came off the bench, hit 500 with 8 kills as well. Fury ended the match hitting 149, while the Mojo hit 240. The Fury led by Raina Terry's 16 kills, but hit 173. And the Mojo blocked her 4 times as well. Reagan Pittman, 8 kills at 273, along with the team leading 4 blocks on the loss. All right, all the way to Sunday now. Grand Rapids Rise at Dallas Pulse on Vice TV. Dallas turned it around after dropping the last couple of games to beat the Rise in 4 sets at home. They dropped the first 22-25 and then won 25-18, 25-16, and 25-21. They were looking for a win, and they got it behind a trio of really great games, starting with Mimi Collier's 22 kills at 321. She also had 4 blocks and an ace. Kaylee Cox came in the first set and added 14 kills at 481 with a block and 13 digs as well. Lane Van Buskirk also hit over 500, had 3 blocks, 8 kills. And Grand Rapids continued their recent struggles. They hit 112 while the Pulse hit 263. Couldn't really find a way to slow down Dallas's offense, finishing with only 4 blocks to Dallas's 13 on the match. Carly Snyder and Alexis Shelton both finished the match with 13 kills, hit 178 and 135 respectively. All right, after that, or I guess at the same time, on Sunday, Omaha Supernovas at Orlando Valkyries on YouTube. Back and forth battle with Omaha winning the final 2 sets to take the match in 5. They won the first 25-18, then lost 20-25 and 22-25 in the next 2, and then won 25-18 and 15-9 to finish the game off. Very entertaining match from the 2 old stalwarts in the league. But Orlando, again, without Brittany Abercrombie, couldn't quite keep up offensively at the end of the game. They had 14 kills in the fourth and fifth sets combined. Well, Omaha had 25 in those same sets. Omaha hit 276 to the Valks 196, led by Reagan Cooper's 23 kills at 396 with two blocks. She played really great. Brooke had a bit more of a difficult day efficiency wise. She hit 196, still had 17 kills and a couple of blocks, and an ace. Led the team in digs with 16 as well. Royosi Onabanjo had another solid night, 10 kills, 600, and she had a block and an ace in there as well. Without Brittany Abercrombie for the second game in a row, Orlando led by Hannah Maddox. Again, she had 20 kills at 222, along with four blocks and two aces. Really great game. Bree Kelly also played well, had a couple of blocks and an ace, along with her eight kills at 412. And Kaz Brown had nine kills at 286 with three blocks and an ace as well. All right, the week ended this week on Monday, February 9th. Indy Ignite at San Diego Mojo on YouTube. The Mojo get their second comeback win of the week, and Indy take their second loss of the season in four sets. The Mojo lost the first 23-25 and then won 25-23, 25-22, 25-15 to finish the match off. Was worried for the Mojo a bit after the first set. They were up 19-13 and then were outscored 12-4 to finish the first set on a loss, but put it behind them. They won the next three sets. Really spread the ball around, led by Hayden Cubics. 9 kills at 222. Marley Montserrat had 44 assists, 10 digs, and was 6 of 7 on her kill attempts, hit 857. So that's pretty nice. On the other side, Ajani Taylor led the way for the Ignite, hit 345 with 13 kills, and Lydia Martin had a really great game as well, 12 kills at 417 with four blocks, but they struggled elsewhere. Yeah, like I said, second loss of the season. They're still at the top of the standings, but Omaha is very close behind. And that was the week.
A lot of big games for people. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of different people got to play.
yeah.
yeah.
We don't know what was wrong with Brittany.
No, I don't think
She must
so.
be sick.
No official word.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And they
The
still
flu.
were, I mean, they still played well without her, but
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
couldn't
sure
quite get the wins.
against Omaha, if they would have had her,
Yeah.
Yeah,
such a close game.
totally. Well, we started the podcast by talking about Mojo beating Indy
Yeah.
on Monday. So I don't know. Any reactions to that one?
It's exciting. We said it was hurting us last week
It
that they
was.
weren't getting the wins, and they got two of them.
Yeah.
I was intrigued by the seeming B team of it all.
Indy,
It
the
wasn't
Indy one.
exactly, I don't want to like say you're a B player. I don't want to do that. But there were players playing that haven't started much lately. And I like that as a decision. And actually, Indy won the first one. And the first three sets were all quite close. And so I don't want to say it's a B team, but we had a Johnny Taylor not playing the first two sets, which made
Not starting.
get Cameron Hanna. Yeah, not starting. What did she come in to serve a time or two, or maybe on a dub sub,
Yeah, a couple
or
times.
did she come in late? No, I don't. Maybe it was a dub sub. But either way, I like giving Cameron Hanna some reps for sure. Like I think that it's not a bad choice to do it.
Yeah.
But Amani Bush also came in the middle for a bit. Wasn't great. Lek hit just okay. She was in the whole game. The setting change was another one where Mia Tuaninga did start all of the games, but then I think Havili got in here and there, maybe on those dub subs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. De Beer didn't hit well.
Yeah, you're not going to get much done if like both outsides aren't really producing. Like
Right.
Ajani did play well, but like
When
she
she
only
was
played
in.
right, she only played half the game.
I wondered if Kayla Lund was injured or sick because she didn't get in at all.
Yeah. I think this is the week of sickness.
Yeah, it must be.
They're all traveling a lot.
Yeah, totally. I mean, passing numbers didn't look incredible. They're fine though. 47% positive from San Diego and 53% positive from Indy. But, Indy coach was not happy about this game. She
Yeah,
was really
I can imagine.
moving up and down the sidelines in an
Yeah, the fourth
animated
set
way.
especially. It's not
Yeah.
not a good way to end.
No,
Yeah.
nope, nope, nope.
I mean, to San Diego's end, they changed a lot of lineup things as well halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Hayden Kubik came in for Grace Loberg halfway through. Kayla Caffey got in a little bit and had a few attempts. I don't know. It looked like it was obviously close and it could have gone either way. But typically we haven't seen Mojo push through in those moments lately. Like
Yeah,
Mojo
Yeah.
has lost a lot of games by very small margins, which is why y'all put them in the top 4 at the beginning and why I believe that they had some good pieces. Obviously not having Kendra Dalkey I think continues to hurt them a bit.
mm-hmm.
Um but good to see Shannon Scully hit 294
Yeah,
in this match. It was a big win for them. I hope that
yeah,
they can ride the wave a little bit.
yeah, totally. I
I
agree.
was pulling for Marley to get the triple double, but she was 4 kills short.
Shoot. That's cool. People were not being nice to Marley in the YouTube chat, and I took that personally.
What were they
Yeah, I
saying?
was back in the YouTube chat. They were just saying, well, they were saying Alicia should bench her, and Alicia doesn't use her timeouts well, and the setter is horrible. It was a handful of people. But, I'm bad on the internet. That's why I don't go on there anymore because I only think about the 3
Triggered.
people who said bad things about Marley.
Who's the other setter? Carly
Disagree.
Graham.
Yes, Carly Graham.
Don't they have
It's Carly
another
Graham.
one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Interesting.
It was nice. A couple people were like, "We miss you in here," and I was like, "But guys,
But you're like not nice. I don't know.
no." Like some of them really are. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like I also wish that I could come back, but
Yeah.
oh, there was a hysterical shout out to the memes page. God damn it, I'm blocked on Instagram again. Memes page put up a really
Locked
good
out.
YouTube chat bingo. I loved it so much.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't repost it because I thought it was maybe a little too rude coming from us, but I try to reserve my rudeness for the podcast,
Yeah.
Not for social media. All right,
Uh,
what else you want to talk about?
I don't know. Did you have overachievers or underachievers?
Yeah, we were talking about that. Talk about the YouTube chat. We got some suggestions for things that they wanted to hear from us, and I do have 2 of each of those.
Hmm.
5 weeks in, my overachievers, and listen, lots of different ways we can define overachiever, underachiever. These are just people who are playing better than I expected and playing
It's all about
not as good as I expected.
expectations.
It's about expectations.
Yeah.
Maybe my expectations are messed up,
yeah. Yeah.
It could be me. It's not an affront to any individuals.
Yeah.
My overachievers, though, people who are playing better than I anticipated are Lydia Martin, Indy Middle, and Mimi Collier on Dallas. Now, of course, first round draft pick, a lot of pressure there. We haven't seen a first round and a first overall draft pick play this well in this league
Yeah.
yet.
That's a good choice. And like I think it's really hard to make that transition from college to pro. And yeah, she's like crushing it.
Yeah, she's playing great. She's rising to the occasion. She's having fun. She's been playing now for many straight months,
Yeah.
and she looks
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
Pretty consistently leading them in attempts pretty much every night too. I had a couple that stuck out to me, and first was Emily
Do it.
Londot.
Oh yeah, that's totally yes.
Yeah.
Good one.
On a team that has a lot of really great talent, and I think she's been really good. Also, I guess it's slightly easier to come when you have Brooke and Reagan Cooper on the team or whatever, people taking some pressure off of you, but she's been really great.
Hmm.
Thought Sofia Maldonado Diaz
Totally.
also, and then Blake Moeller too, I think was one of my other ones.
All fair.
One person that comes to mind for this for me is Raina Terry,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
especially on the right side, which I know she's been moving around, but I thought she's been performing pretty well.
That's a good
She's
call.
had some really huge games.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to that, like Paige Briggs,
Yeah.
Romaine.
Mm-hmm. Romine, yep.
Um, she's another one, and then also Grace Loberg. I think these are like all people who were like part of the league before, and they're all outsides, and kind of were just like maybe in the middle,
Yeah.
and now that they're like really shining, and I think that's great.
Good calls all
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Underachievers? I have one that makes me sad.
Mm.
And it goes back to my
Underachievers are
top
harder.
headline from before, and it's Morgan Hance.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on with her passing. We talked about this last episode though. There's learning curves I think that need to be made with the outside with Brooke none of her who which like if we think about what's been said to us and what we've perceived a little bit about the current outsides that are playing, you've got Reagan, who you imagine Morgan will have to take more space from Reagan, and then Brooke, who Morgan will not have to take as much space from Brooke. And
hmm.
so I understand that dichotomy is making it a little bit weird right now in their service line. But switching to two liberos and Morgan isn't doing serve receive is wild, really unexpected.
That is pretty wild.
I don't wanna, but I said it. Okay, and then I wasn't sure about this one because one begets another a little bit, right? But I'm gonna say my second one. Oh no, I've said two Omaha players. The narrative continues.
It is funny given that they're seven, they have the most wins in the league.
well, well, but this is a thing where it's like I still
She's
expect
a,
them to be winning more. They
she's a
only just got to the
generational
top of the
hater.
league. They only just got to the top of the league. They were
Yeah.
middle of the pack until now.
Hmm.
So, if they magically start doing better this week,
Well,
I
I
still
think
have
it really
impressions
was
from the
like,
first four.
did they win all, or they lost all three of those in a row, I think, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was a bad spell there.
Okay, listen. I just have high
Maybe they had
expectations for them.
sickness that week.
I'm a
Exactly. They have
generational
high expectations.
I'm a generational hater who also said that no one would be able to hold a candle to Omaha during our
Yeah.
preseason. Okay, so I had very high expectations, and okay, I'm just Sydney Hilly. I said this also last time. I'm confused why it's an all outsides all day type of situation. Now we've seen her go to Emily London on the right side a lot lately, which is cool. But what about the middles? And does that mean that actually the underachievers are the Omaha middles? It's hard to say.
Hard to say. Now, I can't I can't recall Sydney's tendencies in the past. Has she always been a not really set her
No,
middles person?
that's why
Mm,
that's why I feel this way. Because with Omaha year one and with Indy year two, I had the impression that she was heavy middle usage.
mm,
And so that's what this is about. It's the expectations
yeah,
versus what I'm seeing.
yeah,
And I think an outsides all day game is boring.
completely. You're right.
Ian really called me out and I'm regretting my
I mean, it's
choices.
just bulletin board
Is your
material.
third underachiever going to be
Yeah,
from
do you have a
Omaha
third?
too?
No, I don't have any more.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. She's cutting the third Omaha player off her list and leaving it there.
I only had two overachievers, so I just had two.
I mean, underachievers, it's tough, but I think it's more, it's more a team thing for me.
Mm,
So I don't have any Omaha players because
interesting
while
way
there
to
may
get out.
be,
get
Yeah,
around
there may
this.
be underachievers on that team. They currently are not underachieving, I don't think.
I don't know.
But Columbus, I would say, currently underachieving, which is
You
sort of
don't
like a
say.
perpetual thing
Yeah.
for Columbus in the league recently. Um, and I said Megan Lush.
Huh.
She's hitting like 106.
Here's the thing about Megan Lush. She was such a late signing. Like, do we think she even wanted to really
No,
be their
I'm
but
go-to?
it's
I'm
tough.
so surprised that she played this season.
Yeah,
I know.
and
And
it's tough
I
because
guess I have
like they
nothing to
feed
base
her a
that on,
lot.
but
Yeah, like they give her a
yeah.
lot of work.
Yeah. I guess they're like, hey, you're here.
Yeah, you're our gal.
Yeah. I can't
Hmm.
figure out what's happening with Columbus because they have high highs,
Yeah.
taking Orlando to 5. I don't know.
You know what I mean? They're more in the spotlight now that San Diego's won some games.
We'll
But
see.
that's your main underachiever
Well, San
to offer
Diego,
here.
I had one, but they've won 2 games in a row. So, I mean,
That's
feels
So it's
okay.
a
weird.
bad look. You mean it's a bad look when you say that someone's an underachiever who's doing well?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't know if
My
they're
bad.
doing well, right? They aren't like for me there it was Grace Loberg. She has the most attempts on the team. She's hitting
Uh-huh.
like 160
She
something.
was she was my overachiever.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
like what is she overachieving in? Attempts?
She's had some really
She's
good
playing
games.
better.
Yeah.
She's playing
She's hitting
better.
160.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm not.
But the team is if she was hitting better than that, the team would be winning. Because they
Exactly.
lose by a couple points every time. You
Exactly.
can't
So
it can't all be up to the outsides.
well, these are the things. Is like my outsides on teams that are getting the most attempts on the team but hitting under 200. Those are my underachievers.
Ian
Carly
says,
Snyder, similarly.
I run a tight statistical
Yeah.
ship.
I'm just
Yeah,
yeah. He has a formula and he's gonna
Yeah.
follow
it's
it.
it is.
After years of analyzing volleyball statistics, Ian
Yeah.
knows what it takes.
Well,
I
and if you're gonna get 60 attempts, we need to see it, or else you're gonna lose. If you're hitting 160 on 50 attempts, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose the game.
He has a point. That's what happens here.
It's tough.
all right.
It's a tough life.
Kelly, you got any underachievers?
Um I the one that came to mind was and I don't remember how to pronounce her name. The right side on Mojo, Yovana
Uh-huh. With some
Brekievich.
things that
That's
are
definitely it. Brekievich.
great.
I just
Great,
have
great.
to
Okay.
commit and go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But again, actually, this week she was playing. I think she was connecting a lot better. So it's like, great.
Look what happened to us.
But
Look what
there
happened
was
to us
like,
all.
there was a while there I was like, I just want more from you. And I think a lot of it
Sure.
had to do with she wasn't connecting with Marley.
Yep.
And I think they've kind of figured it out. So
Love it.
Yeah. We talked about it last week already. I guess that like Lee Edmond is kind of always going to be an overachiever that doesn't get because she's been so consistent since she's been in the league.
oh,
Yeah.
which I do, you kind of called it out. I do want to take credit for that player of the week. I feel like I had to like
Yeah.
remind everyone how amazing she is. And then they were like, oh yeah.
They
Oh,
gave her
oh,
they gave her the player of the week.
No,
oh.
totally. Yeah.
But like that is the situation of most of these teams where like, Orlando lost both their games without Brittany Abercrombie. Just
Hmm.
like if they don't have that person that's consistently getting 20 kills,
Yeah.
it's tough.
We don't want to say what we think should happen in terms of trades, do you? That's what's being asked of us.
No, listen. I'm not here to do your job. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, what do you want me to ask for the
Just
trade and
just
make the
entertain me.
trade? I know that last week we said that we would do illegal agenting around the back door but that was a
Oh, right.
lie. That was a
Well,
lie
Right,
for
but
entertainment
No,
that's
purposes.
like that's not we don't need to make these decisions though.
Yeah.
People
And
are going to approach us.
we're just saying stuff. Like I don't want to be
Nothing
held
means
accountable.
anything
when I
anymore.
I just
When
want to
I
consume the trades, as I said earlier. I
let
just
me
want to see them
consume them,
and
I just
consume
want
execute
it.
them.
the drama.
Yeah, I understand. It's not going to happen because these
I
players don't
want
want to move.
I
And
want
I wouldn't
the
want to either.
yeah, but I want the and they have to pay for the moving, I'm sure the
And
teams
they're
do.
all at the salary cap anyway. No one has any
Yeah.
cap space. Honestly, you know what? If you
That's why
want me
there
to
has to.
speculate on
Yeah,
trades, give me cap numbers. Give me the salary
yeah.
cap
We
numbers.
need a trade
There's no
calculator.
way I'm not going to do this all willy-nilly. I
Yeah,
need to
we need
know exact
we need the
numbers,
numbers.
maths, plus minuses.
Also, like
What
my
are we
main
working with?
like okay, so the Columbus Fury the only trade that we've ever had, right? And we had
It
the
was an unmitigated disaster.
and we have now seen the effects of that trade
It was so bad
With Columbus
for
losing
3 years.
Picks.
and we're done with that, right?
It
It
was
scares you off.
Yeah, finally it's fucking over.
So
Finally.
so that's what I'm saying. We're running out of drama and
Now
things to
that I'm
comment
thinking
on
about
in the
it,
draft.
that
So
had to be league done for this drama.
maybe.
And you know what? If you want the drama to not be played out in such a horrible fashion for 3 years, let us execute it.
Yeah.
I did think, I want Reagan Cooper to go to Columbus again. And while we're at it, send Cameron Hanna there. But I don't know what they would get. Those teams would get back. But again, that's why we need the numbers.
Yeah.
I can't speculate.
We're not.
Yeah, because you could just like Reagan Pittman, Carly Snyder swaps.
Yeah,
Freaking
like,
random player swaps with packages.
with
Get
packages. We need packages.
Yeah, we need full Columbus, San Diego, Dallas 3-team trade.
Definitely. I was thinking about 3-team trades. I was thinking about those. And,
Tell me about a 3-team trade.
well, like, A gives something to B, B gives something to C, C gives something to A. It's all based on.
We could definitely facilitate something like that.
Kelly's like, I see the vision. That's something that we could do if anybody's interested. But again, I need the numbers. Why can't someone leak us everybody's salary?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think we are?
We won't tell people.
We won't tell anyone, but we will.
I'll tell you my
suggest to
salary. Listen, hey, if you I'll tell you my salary if
you want
You tell
send me
trade
send me the
everyone's-
W2.
everyone's salaries in the league.
if you want authentic trade suggestions, leak us the salaries. And then on top of that, we'll reach out to the players and say, hey, we think we can get something going for you. We've crunched the numbers and we think this is really going to work out if you're interested.
And we just get the juicy information out of it,
Totally.
which is all we really
It's
want.
like, hey, is this something you would be interested in? How do you feel about your relationship with that coach? What are you getting? What are the vibes? And then we find out. And then we're like, you know what? You know who you would be a great fit with? We're hearing really good things about
we're
this
like
coach.
recruiters,
Yeah.
like headhunters, like
We're at hunting.
yeah. Give us the
We're just
information
asking-
and we might get back to you.
We're just asking questions.
We're just asking questions.
All right, that was fun. Honestly, we don't have to talk about any volleyball matches, right?
Yeah,
No.
whatever.
Yeah, it's, as we've said, it's all pretty close.
Oh my gosh, the parody.
Can we just every single week come up with a new synonym?
It's
for
crazy.
parody? It's pretty close. It's a close call. It's
Just saying, these
race.
women just statuesque,
It's,
tall. Their jewelry's great.
they're wearing jewelry and makeup. It's really
The shorts,
it's
whatever.
imperative that you take in their hair and makeup. Now, here's the thing. I've remarked on hairstyles on this podcast before.
That's true. We have.
That's what I'm saying. Is like there are people on this podcast, not me, that judge, women for how they look, how they go to work. I just want everyone to be comfortable and having a good time.
Okay. And also
Whoa.
the comments on the hairstyles was more like the practicality of it.
Of course, it wasn't about the look.
No.
No. If we're
No.
talking about the look, we don't air it.
And just like this news article shouldn't have published that.
Shouldn't have
Keep
published it.
keep those thoughts inside.
Keep it in the group chat. Don't put it in the public eye.
Yeah.
Otherwise, 3 random people from Chicago are going to post TikToks shitting on your opinions.
It just seems like, and we've talked about it already, whatever, but it seems like objectively false. Like
Yeah.
they're not
Yes.
marketable. Like they are trying hard to market them, and there
Yes.
will be a market for them at some point.
Yeah.
But like,
like-
the whole point is that it's not. It hasn't
It's a
even.
false.
It's not
it's not
Yeah, it's a
marketable
caught
false
on.
premise. Yeah.
Well, but they're saying that, like, because Love got Kim Kardashian Skims, they must be
Yeah.
marketable.
But like Skims also like send stuff to like the Olympians. You know, like they're a clothing brand. It's like Lululemon. Like
Yeah, and the question for me always is, which way was the money going when it comes to Love?
yeah.
I mean,
Good
come on,
question
like
to ask.
we're not talking about like the Rise are partnered with Fox Motors. What's hotter than that?
The Rise were like, hey,
Harley
we gotta
Davidson
pay. We gotta
is
pay.
a
Fox
sponsor for the
Motors.
Rise. A place called
Yeah.
Gun Lake.
I think that we can't speculate on Rise's sponsors because wouldn't you think it's just all of DeVos's other companies?
Well, Amway.
He probably owns that lake.
Yeah. Gun Lake.
Yeah, doesn't it sound
Sweet.
it sounds
There's a
pretty far
fucking
on the right, doesn't
Sick
it?
lake, bro. Oh man,
Sounds like
yeah,
a
the
pretty
blue,
right,
plus
a
all
pretty
the
right-leaning
blue.
lake.
Woo! All the blue
Yeah.
color. We know what way that leans. That's an Edward-esque color to have.
Okay, should I take us out? Okay, well, that's what we've got for ya. Thanks for listening to Court Captains Volleyball Podcast. Please give us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you like what you're hearing. Support small podcasts. If you don't like what you're hearing, then please just go ahead and mind your business. Follow us on Instagram at Court Captains Pod and email us your questions or comments at courtcaptainspod@gmail.com. We haven't gotten any questions in the email lately.
Questions.
Yeah.
And
Let
I
me
won't
empower
tell
you.
you my salary unless you give me good information.
That's correct.
Yeah. Whistleblowers,
So don't be asking.
let us know.
And don't forget to be the captain of your own court.
Mm. Yeah.
Ian had to do that without you last week. It was sad.
Oh, that was like 2 weeks ago.
But he did a good job.
I did it last week.
2 weeks ago? You did it
Yeah.
last week?
Last
What
week
is
I was like
time?
falling asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.